All glory and honor to our Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. Hey guys, my name is Jeff. This is my wife, Melissa. We're Jeff and Melissa Street. And 18 years ago, I sat at a convention like you guys are sitting at today. 12 years ago, Melissa attended her first convention. And, you know, my background prior to ACN, I used to own a bunch of Nextel wireless stores. Melissa was a State Farm insurance agent. And when we got involved in the ACN environment and came to an event like this business started to go from our head to our heart. How many of us can feel that way this weekend?
Yeah.
And guys, although technology has changed, although the tools have been to build this business has changed, the mission of this company has always stayed the same. But as I think back over my 18-year journey of the tools and the technology, I remember when I got started, we were selling video phone service. And here was our tool. Some of you guys will remember this. We used to have a video phone box that had a handle on it. Now, why did it have a handle on it? Because we literally used to walk around with the video phone box. I remember putting in my grocery cart and literally pushing my grocery cart with the video phone box in my grocery cart. Why? Because it created conversations. It had people ask questions. And then as we evolved, we got into DVDs and magazines. When Melissa got started, I gave her an ACN magazine.
Page 100 was Jeff Street.
I bookmarked my page on it.
True story. True story.
It was great for recruiting. It was a conversation starter, but I believe that the greatest tool that we've ever had to build our business and something that just goes out and create explosive growth for your business is social media. And today we're going to teach you how to use social media to go out and build your business, but a lot of people use social media the wrong ways. People are getting in arguments on social media. People are just scrolling on social media. Instead of social media being a TWA, a time-wasting activity, let's talk about today how to have it be an IPA, an income-producing activity. And the reason why social media is so important today is because the times we're in right now. How much agree almost everybody is on social media? Mm-hmm. You know, I remember years ago getting a friend request from my grandma. I'm like, Grandma, you're on Facebook? But see, you can connect with people. You can build relationships. It's smart networking. It builds engagement. And the goal, just like that video phone box, is to create curiosity and to create conversations. Now, when you think about great conversationalists ask great what? Questions. And as you connect and you can have those conversations from social media, our favorite question in ACN is what? You got it, Paul. Do you look at other ways of making money? So some of the things we're going to teach you today, as long as you have a meeting set up this week, you can follow up with the question to invite somebody to a meeting or acquire somebody to become a customer. But understand that first impressions are everything. And your social media profile, it's your brand. You want it to be your best first impression. It's your digital business card. You want to look at your social media profile and ask yourself, would I do business with me? See, people want real. They want authentic. They want to go out and do business with you. They don't want to go out and buy into your business or buy into your service. People are buying you. And so you want to make sure you have a strong first impression. Use a professional headshot, high quality image, write a clear and engaging bio, always provide relevant contact info. Your profile picture should be a headshot of you or a nice picture of you and your family. And see, some people, when you look at their social media profile, they're just selling what they're doing. And see, the key here is you got to be attractive to people. And when your social media profile is selling what you're doing, that's unattractive to people. Now, here's a great example of a social media profile. We got the birthday boy, Mr. Regional Director Joe Navarro here. And a great example from Joe on a really great social media profile page.
All right, so now let's talk about choosing the right platform. Don't make the mistake thinking you're supposed to have all sorts of accounts. I'm going to encourage you, just pick one. Pick one account to create that you can get comfortable with. You might already have an account like Facebook or Instagram, and just run with that. Get comfortable with that. Now, let's talk about algorithms. How many of you have ever heard of algorithms and you still don't understand how that works, right? Okay, so here's the reality. Less than 10% of your friends that you are connected with actually see the content that you're posting online. See, algorithms is just technology. It's technology's way of saying, what does Jeff or Melissa or you, what do they like to read about, hear about, what's drawing their attention, and how can we boost up ways for them to see it more? So let's say you have 3,000 friends. Well, ideally, only about 300 of them are actually seeing what you're posting. And so it's all about engagement. Somebody say engagement. It's all about engagement. Engagement means visibility. What does that even mean? So let's just say, for example, Jeff friend requests me on Facebook, right? And I accept his friend request, and I go and scroll through his Facebook to make sure he's not some weirdo, like got to do a little background check, right? How many of us are guilty of that? Come on, the rest of you, y'all deal with that later, right? But let's say I go through his Facebook just to make sure, he's a legit profile. I'm trying to get an idea of who is Jeff Street. And let's say he had a picture, maybe he was on vacation at the beach, and I comment and I say, well, beautiful beach, where are you? And he says, I'm in Turks and Caicos. And maybe I comment back and say, well, that's a beautiful resort. What resort is that? And he says, well, I'm at Beaches. My company pays for an incentive trip each year, and I earned it this year. And then I might comment back and say, wow, that's amazing. I wish my company paid for vacations. And then he might comment back and say, well, are you open to other ways of making more money? Right? You guys saw how that was going? But see, what's happening in hindsight is Facebook is recognizing Jeff and Melissa, they like having conversations with each other. So here's what we're going to do. The next time Jeff's posting something on Facebook or Instagram, we're going to make sure it's more likely that Melissa will see it. We'll put it at the top of her news feed so she can keep the conversation going. So more comments, more likes just means more algorithms in your favor, more ways of connecting. And so here's your goal. Everybody say goal. Goal. Here's your goal. Your goal is to make engagement posts so that your content is valuable and visible to your audience. There is an audience for everything, okay? So as we talk about different ways of posting, just know the idea is just to help you create more leads, which then turns into more business partners and more customers. So let's talk about using social media to build relationships. I'm gonna give you a tip really quick. Usually at the end of a presentation, let's say I just met with a prospect, I showed them the business, or maybe somebody just got started in the team. And I want to try to start building that relationship with them, right? We're so technology-based now, it's kind of hard, especially if you're not in person, to really get to know each other. And so one of the things I do is as soon as I meet a prospect or I got a new business partner, I try to friend them up on social media immediately, because what that does is it allows that individual to get a sneak peek of who are you. It gives them an opportunity to know a little bit more about, do I want to do business with this person? What are their values? What's their personal life like, or their family, right? And so you want to use social media as a way to engage with your audience consistently. Now, consistently does not mean TWA, time-wasting activities. Don't be scrolling all day on Instagram and calling it work, okay? Maybe for some of you, it means a time block of 10 minutes each day to actively comment back in growing your relationships and your content. And so we don't want you to spend all day and think you're building your ACN business, do that. Remember that social media is just a tool. Somebody say tool. It is a tool for your business. And you want to be authentic. Listen, people, they relate more to authenticity than perfection. It's not about having an account that has 200,000 followers and you become this social media influencer. I want to relieve you if you think that that's the kind of pressure you want to have social media results, all right? So be a contributor, not just a consumer. That way you can build trust and report. So let's talk about what are you going to be putting online. There's two types of posts. It's called the engagement post and a curiosity post, okay? The goal is each week, you wanna have at least one engagement post or one curiosity post. And the best time to post, I've had that question asked many times, when should I do this, middle day, in the evening, whatever. between 8 and 9 a.m. and 8 and 9 p.m. on your time zone. That's usually where your broader audience is. And then when it comes to the tips of your engagement post, you're going to learn about curiosity. Get creative. It's your own recipe. There's no right or wrong way of doing it. And it can be fun. It can be anything. Just get curious about your audience. Let your audience get curious about you. And don't post and ghost. All right? You want to find a way to just connect with them. So let's give you guys some examples of engagement posts. Your engagement post is to be not business related. This is just a way for you to connect with your audience and create conversation. This is just to increase visibility. So here's just a couple of examples. Take a picture of it. Obviously, you can come up with your own question. The idea here with an engagement post is you want it to be a question that your audience, it takes them a split second to respond to. Like they're not overthinking their answers. They're not overcomplicating it and writing this 5-paragraph response. It's something that's quick, all right? So like one of my favorites is, what's your state known for? Matter of fact, turn to your neighbor and tell them what your state is known for real quick. Just one thing. For some of you, you're like, I don't even know. There's too many things, right? All right. Now, you see how it created a little conversation right now? All right, okay. It created conversation. That's the goal. It created some laughs. It created some relationship, right? Some curiosity. All right. So let me show you an example of an engagement post that I did last month. Real simple. What's a movie you've seen at least 10 times? Some of you guys in this room replied back to this. You notice there's 241 comments, right? But that doesn't mean 241 people commented, because I just mentioned about replying back to people, contributing, not just consuming. So ideally, 241 comments response is about 100 people that replied back to the message. So that's about 100 new pair of eyeballs that are now, social media is recognizing, okay, we want to make their content more visible to those 100 people, because the next time they post something, we want them to respond and create the conversation.
Now, the next kind of post is your curiosity post. Now, your curiosity post, it's going to create curiosity that's going to lead to questions, that's going to lead to conversations. Now, you want to set this up to go out and be posted the day after that engagement post, because that's when your visibility is at its peak. So more people are going to see that post. And make sure you comment back on everybody's comments, as Melissa said. But if you're taking notes, write this down. The money is in the messenger, the direct messages with people after they comment, on your post. So, one of the things when it comes to these curiosity posts is you want to talk about your business without talking about your business. Mm-hmm. See, Jesus told Simon Peter, go out and be a fisher of men, not a hunter of men. And when I look at social media, people are trying to hunt. Here's hunting. I'm looking for a recruit. Here's hunting. I'm looking for somebody to join my business. Here's hunting. I can save you money on your services. Guys, here's fishing. Drop a comment below if you pay more than $300 a month for healthcare. What service am I setting up? Impact health sharing, and you can see other examples there as well. Here's from Regional Director Shana Navarro. Now notice she didn't just type this in with black and white. She's got that color background. You're looking for what's going to stop people, what's going to have them engage, what's going to have them see your post. And here's a service curiosity post. We saved $115 a month on our cell phone bill by saying bye-bye to AT&T. And you can see 32 comments. And Shana got multiple leads for Flash Mobile from that post, but she also created conversations that allowed people to pique her interest allowed her to pique their interest about the ACN opportunity. Now, another curiosity post is you can post about the business. See, I did an engagement post last week. It was, best marriage advice. And there was a ton of comments. The next day I did my engagement post. The engagement post was big news. I'm starting a new home-based business. Now, is this a new home-based business for me? No. 18 years into this, I'm still new. See, some of you reach out, Jeff, are you doing something new? No. But would you agree, I created curiosity, didn't I? And so we had some great conversations. Another curiosity post is a testimonial post. I see top producing regional director Lauren McQueen. She's the master of this. She's had so many people that have given testimonials of what impact or different services that they've gotten, became a customer of her, have done for them, and they tag her on that post. She's gotten hundreds of personal customer because of those curiosity posts.
Right, so now you have your curiosity post, or you have your engagement post, and then your curiosity post. So what happens throughout the week? What else should you post about? So now let's talk about the 5 pillars of your life. The truth is, you do not want your social media page to be all about ACN. Quite frankly, that's a turnoff for some folks. People connect with you on social media because they want to get to know you relationally, not to be pitched on all day long. And so we're going to do a quick activity here. Grab a piece of paper out or a fresh notepad on your phone, and I want you to, if you can go back, I want you to do a quick activity and just write down 25 things that you absolutely love, you enjoy doing, is your passions, your values. Just rattle it off, like rapid fire off the top of your head. What are some things that you love to do or what you're passionate about, right? And then, I know some of you guys are in the habit of writing right now. And then as you get at least 10, what I want you to do is now, what are your top 5? What is the top 5 that we want to call your pillar of life, that if people looked at those top 5, that list of top 5, they would be like, yeah, that's definitely her. Oh yeah, that definitely reminds me of him. What's your top 5? Now, go ahead, yep. All right, so let's talk about a couple of examples from Jeff and I in our life.
So here's one on entrepreneurship, personal growth and development. This is basically just my morning routine. And remember, these posts, they're having people learn about you and seeing if you're somebody they want to go out and do business with.
Yep, and then so one of our pillars is our family. Here's a picture of my mom, my niece, and Jeff and I at church at Valley Creek.
Got to mix some humor into it as well. So one of my hobbies, one of her hobbies, shopping. So look, you know you love your wife when you go Black Friday shopping with her. Hashtag good husband duties.
Who has a hobby like mine? Anybody? Shopping?
You know, kickboxing, another big one for me. So here's me. I brought my dad and my brother to the gym with me when they came to visit. Quoted Rocky, it's not about how hard you can hit. It's about how hard you can get hit and still keep moving forward.
That's good. Another pillar of ours, really important pillar of our life, is our faith. So again, just another picture of us just getting filled on a Sunday service. How many of you guys loved Sunday service this morning? Pastor Cody Mackey.
You know, another one for us is travel. Here's a picture of me just getting ready to go do a regional event for the main team. It was a great time up there with those guys.
All right, now, don't get overwhelmed. Do not make the mistake like I did, thinking, oh my gosh, like I'm supposed to memorize all this stuff today and start studying about social media. What I want to encourage you to do is plan ahead, okay? Plan your content calendar, and it's real simple. So once you've identified what are your top 5 pillars, what you do is on Monday would be pillar 1, Tuesday's pillar 2, Wednesday's pillar 3, Thursday's pillar 4, Friday's pillar 5, Saturday is pillar 1, Sunday is pillar 2. You guys see the recycle, right? And that's how you can keep and maintain that consistency and relevant content. And just have a variety of different engagement posts. Obviously, we gave you some examples, but you can come up with some questions too.
Remember, we're just sorting. You know, normally in ACN, we got the 4SW. Some will, some won't. So what? Someone else is waiting next. Well, in social media, there's a 5th SW, and it's some are watching. And see, people are watching you, and you want to go out and you want to have engaging content. Facebook Live videos can create a lot of engagements, but people are looking at you to determine, are they going to go out and do business with you?
All right, so here's my call to action. We have homework. What I want to encourage you guys to do, actually right now, like pull up your social media account right now and just do a simple engagement post. This is probably the only time anyone from stage is going to ask you to go on your phone right now and go on social media. And I want you guys to do an engagement post, so just pick one of these questions, and then as people are responding, comment back, acknowledge them. So this is your non-business related post. And then I want you to set an alarm for tomorrow, sometime between 8 and 9 a.m., or 8 and 9 p.m. to do your curiosity posts. So set your alarm, have your curiosity post in place, and then here's just, again, a couple of examples. But listen, God created you with such ingenuity and, just you're different. We're all different. And so you can change up some of the language, maybe so we don't all sound exactly the same, but use something of the similar format with the questions that you see on the screen. So maybe a simple one is like, where's your favorite vacation resort? And that'll set you up for True V Travel, right? To go and have a direct message with them to talk about your travel saving subscription service. So you guys got that? Do your engagement post today and set up an alarm to do your curiosity post tomorrow. So I hope that we've served you well, and I cannot wait to see you guys in Cleveland, Ohio. Have a great day, everybody. God bless you.